And now, this is what you've been waiting for Michigan Mike's College Picks. Welcome back, everybody, to Michigan Mike's College Picks. This is week 8. I am Michigan Mike, and over here to the left is Mr. PL Coulter. What's going on?
What's up, Michigan Mike?
Man, we had another good weekend of some college sports. Was there any one moment or one game that stuck out to you?
Well, there was one game. It would have to be Baylor's fourth quarter comeback against TCU.
That was pretty crazy.
That was a fantastic offensive game. But the moment would have to be the state of Mississippi. I mean, it's a great time for that state college football wise, and I'm excited to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting with especially Mississippi State and Ole Miss in the top two as far as my picks. Let's go into that, I guess, the top 10 picks rankings of Michigan Mike. I have Mississippi State at number 1, Ole Miss number 2, Baylor number 3, Notre Dame number 4, Florida State number 5, Auburn 6, Oregon 7, Michigan State 8, Alabama 9, and Georgia to roll it out at number 10. Now, I guess I wanted to actually the one game that kind of surprised me was how Texas A&M has been faring against the top SEC teams.
Right, they're on the slide for real.
Man, I mean, their offense has been steady. No one can really stop them, but their defense can't really stop anybody either. So They definitely need some help in that category to be considered an elite SEC team.
Right. Well, in the West this year, I mean, you can't turn the ball over, and that's what they've been doing on offense. And you're right, too leaky on the back end on defense.
Definitely. So let's go into the first game. We have Kansas State at Oklahoma. That's going to be at 11 a.m. on ESPN, and Oklahoma is favored by 8 points. I'm going to take Oklahoma on this straight up, but if I were to play the points, I would take Kansas State because I think it's going to be a fairly close game. So I think a lot of people underestimate Kansas State and their offense. So we will see. And Oklahoma's been struggling recently, especially with Texas barely winning in the Red River Shootout. So we'll see on that one. The next game is at 2:30 on CBS, and that is going to be Texas A&M at Alabama. And Alabama is favored by 12 points. That's a lot of points.
That's a whole lot of points for that game.
Oh, man. So I've kind of debated myself all day today on this one because 12 points is a lot of points. I'm going to take Alabama on this one, but I'm not going to say with the points. I think Texas A&M is going to keep it fairly close. Alabama's probably going to win by 10, though. 12, no. So I'm taking Alabama on that one.
Okay, yeah, that Bama offense has been struggling a little bit lately, too.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams, they need that win, so I'm going to take that home field advantage and say Texas A&M is not going to be able to win over there.
Yeah, it'd be tough to beat Bama at home.
Next one is Oklahoma State at TCU. TCU just coming off of that tough heartbreak loss in Baylor. They are favored by 9 points, and this game is going to be on at 3 p.m. on Fox. So I'm going to pick TCU on this one. I think they're going to be pretty angry about how they finished the last game, and they're going to actually finish this one out. So I'll pick TCU at home.
Yeah, should be another shootout.
The next game is going to be the game to watch for this weekend. It's going to be Notre Dame at Florida State. This game is going to be at 7 p.m. on ABC, and Florida State is actually favored by 12 points.
Wow, that's a lot of points, too.
That is a lot of points. I'm going to take Notre Dame on this one. I just think Notre Dame actually has a decent defense, and Florida State hasn't seen a good defense in a while. Probably not till last year championship game against Auburn. So I think this Notre Dame defense is going to actually show up and pull out the upset.
Okay, you taking Notre Dame straight up?
Yep, and with the point. So yeah. So now the next game is going to be Stanford at Arizona State University. This game is going to be at 9:30 p.m. on ESPN, and Stanford is favored by 3.5. And I will agree with that. I'm going to pick Stanford as well. So this is going to be, of course, on the West Coast, so that's a lot later. Most of us will be out partying anyways.
Speak for yourself, Mr. Mike.
Speaking of partying, I mean, I know I was at least having some drinks after that night game win, with Michigan and Penn State.
There are 3 things you can count on in life, Michigan Mike. That's death, taxes, and Michigan winning at home under the lights.
That's true. They are undefeated at home under the lights. So this will be the third time. They're 3-0. So yeah, let's talk about the game then.
Well, we can't start with the game until we talk about the fans. I just want to give a shout out to the fans of Ann Arbor. I know they took a beating with some of the things about the fans giving away tickets for the students and all. The crowd was packed. It was an awesome atmosphere, at least on TV, on the coverage that I saw. And there was a moment in the game, Michigan Mike, I know where you were, there must have been loud music playing, where Devin Gardner went out with an ankle injury. He sat out a couple of series, and upon his return, there was a rousing standing ovation to the point to where the announcer said, let's just lay back for a second and listen to this. And it was really awesome to see the fans rally behind Devin Gardner. I mean, he gutted it out. It was a total Michigan thing. The alumni was there. The fans were riled up. They were loud and active in the fourth quarter. The defense pulled it out. Great day to be a Michigan fan Saturday.
Yeah, that's definitely goosebumps hearing them back Garner. Not only that, but it's more of us acknowledging how hard he worked that game and the previous game before he worked really hard as well. And I mean, it was pretty much a team effort. The defense, though, I mean, they stopped them. I mean, Penn State they have a pretty good offense and a good quarterback, so that was definitely a tough team to beat. But we got some turnovers, and we didn't turn over the ball like we've normally done. So
it looked like Michigan under the lights.
Yeah, definitely a good game to win, and we definitely needed that going into the bye. And
at a perfect time, speaking of the bye, right?
Yeah, going into the bye, and then playing little brother Michigan State. So we'll see how that game goes.
Right, we get a whole week to feel confident, feel good, and have some positive energy coming on the campus going up to that game, going up East Lansing, nothing to lose. We'll get your thoughts next week on that. Trust me.
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that. But if there was a game that we did not discuss this week and you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can always reach me on Twitter at Michael Hasso. That's MichaelJasso. And you can always reach my co-host at
PL Culture. That's at PLCOLTER.
And remember, you always play to win the game. Go Blue.
Go Blue.